Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to give you two really simple driver tips that are going to stop you slicing the ball. Both really simple, and that will make you stop slicing your driver. So let's get started. The two main things that we're going to work on are how your shoulders are aligned, and one of the most common mistakes that golfers would make. And then two is how you release the golf club. So if you're slicing your driver, that means that you're coming out to in, so you're swinging across the ball with a club face that's open to that swing path. So that basically means your club head is travelling from out to in with an open face. So you get this glancing blow, you get this weak flight, more spin, less control, more curvature. Not a good combination. We need to address those two things. Really simple. One is alignment, one is club face. One of the most common things that I would see in the setup is really open shoulders. Someone would set themselves up, and you golfers definitely check this out. I think if you're someone who slices the ball, I would absolutely check this before we do anything else. It's such a simple thing that could make a dramatic difference to your swing path. So quite often what we see is people would set up the club face first, then align the body, but then because the ball is further forward in the stance, then the tendency would be for you golfers would be to open the shoulders and sort of lean the body towards the golf ball. Just because that ball's forward, it's really common. I see it all the time in lessons. But what that unfortunately does is that accentuates the slice, because this open shoulders pointing left can encourage a more picked up backswing and a more out to in swing path. And actually we need to try and do the opposite. Because we swing on an arc, if we put the ball further forward, then actually what can end up happening is that the club head is already going to travel from out to in. If we then add open shoulders to this, then we can start to swing even more from out to in. So what we need to try and do is, if anything, we need to turn this circle more this way by changing the shoulder alignment. So just to show you what that can do is, if we go open with the body and open the club face, then we can start hitting those nasty slices off to the right hand side. So what I want you to try and do is, I want you to follow this really simple setup routine. And what we're going to do, we are in fact going to aim our body and our shoulders slightly to the right of our feet, and I'll explain why in a minute. That's because the next step, we are going to start closing the club face. So if anything, rather than slicing the ball, we should hopefully start to make our way towards hitting a draw or even a straight shot. So the reason we're doing this is because we're about to change the club face. Rather than setting up with the open shoulders pointing left, what I want you to do is, and you've probably seen this drill a lot, just sliding the hand down the leg, but I want you just to make a small adjustment to that. Place the club head behind the golf ball, have your normal ball position inside the left heel, but rather than putting the right hand on the side of the leg, I want you to put it on the back of your right thigh, because basically what that's going to do is, as soon as we put the hand on the right thigh, we start to close off and point these shoulders more to the right. So we're going to do the same drill, just with a small adjustment to it. So not on the side, back of the thigh, these shoulders are going to close off. Slide the hand down the thigh just a little bit, which will help us get the shoulder tilt required. But by placing it on the back of the thigh, that's helping these shoulders point ever so slightly right of the foot line, which again is going to make a massive difference to the swing path. So we're set ourselves up, club behind the ball, right hand on the back of the right leg, slide it down, and then from there, the only thing you do is just bring that right hand onto the golf club without changing the alignment. Let's give that a try. So already that definitely wasn't as across the ball. The swing path was a lot more neutral there, which was great. And we've yet to touch the club face. So that is number one. Try and get away from these shoulders being super open and start to close off the shoulders, the forearms move with it, and actually the rib cage. They all start to point more to the right. You'll get lots of things for free. You'll start to turn your body better. you'll then stop spinning out and coming over the top quite as much. So you will be amazed what difference that one thing could really do to your golf swing. Number 2, we need to address the club face. Obviously, the first part has addressed the path. That's going to make us much less likely to swing out to in. The second part is about closing the club face. So what I want you golfers to think about is, we need you to get the toe of the club to pass the heel of the club. A lot more, a lot quicker, not hitting the ball and then the toe starts to catch up. Early on in the downswing, we want the feeling of the toe of the club twisting past the heel early in the downswing. A nice easy drill that we can try, we can just get anything with a straight edge. I've got a stroke saver here. You could grab a scorecard, you could put a row of 3 T-pegs down, and basically what you want to do is place that about 2 grip lengths behind the ball. And because we've got that straight line, what we want to try and do is make some practice swings and some rehearsals of getting your club in line with that straight edge, okay? Rather than coming down and the face being open and it's pointing to the right, we want to come back down and try and get that club face square on with that straight line so that we can then allow the toe to overtake the heel and close the club face. So if slicers were to stop, quite often just about a foot before the golf ball, the club face would be in this position. What we want to try and do is swing back, allow that toe of the club to release past the heel. It would be a straight edge at this point. If we continue to close the club face and allow that toe to pass the heel, we hit that ball with a slightly closed face, we start to get some right to left on the shots, rather than the left to right. Back, down, straight edge. Then we're going to hit a golf shot. So let's give that a try. So we've got the shoulders closed off, hands running down the back of the leg, back, down, straight edge. We've turned that toe past the heel. Really feel that club face close. Then copy those 2 feelings. And then we've got a great opportunity to start to hit some soft draws. As you can see there on the screen, the ball started a fraction right of target, which is very much to do with this new alignment. And then the ball started to drift towards the left, which is very much to do with the fact that we've closed the face there. Give these 2 things a try. They're really simple to do. They could not be any easier. The alignment is something that you can check. You've got a new routine where you can slide that hand down the back of the leg. Really easy. Close those shoulders off more. And then make sure you exaggerate and continue to check the club face. Allow that toe to pass the heel. You will start closing the club face. If it still moves left to right, do it more because the face is still open, and continue to exaggerate until you get that face closing, until you start to see the ball go straight or slightly right to left. 2 simple things, give them a try. As always, make sure that you click that like button, subscribe to the channel, that notification bell, make sure you give that a click so you get all the new golf tips, all the new golf reviews as soon as they come out, and thanks for watching.